5 celebrities you wouldn't want to work with. 1. Val Kilmer. This troubled actor reportedly walked off the set of his first job. It was a commercial for hamburgers when he was only 12 years old. Kilmer famously came head-to-head with director Joel Schumacher, who told him that his poor treatment of the crew was unacceptable. Long ago, Val Kilmer was a promising actor in the Hollywood arena. And yet, every director he has ever worked with has something very nasty to say about him, which has likely led to the state of his career being barely a career nowadays. He has his friends, fans, and defenders, of course, those who still believe he was once truly and honestly dedicated to his acting. They assume his bad temper has manifested, and later escalated, only as a result of his frustrations with many incompetent filmmakers. He also might be slightly insane, given his flamboyant spirit and going a bit wild and loud in interviews, which certainly hasn't helped his image. Furthermore, there are all those ex-wives and ex-lovers who have gone on the record to let everybody know how crazy this guy can be. His most famous outburst happened during the making of Batman Forever, where Kilmer allegedly had a very serious fight with Joel Schumacher. Whatever the cause for this meltdown was, judging by the movie, we may say we are on Kilmer's side here. "There's a dark side to Val that I don't feel comfortable talking about," said screenwriter Kevin Jarre. Did you know that he turned down Patrick Swayze's role in Dirty Dancing, 1987, because he didn't want to be seen as a hunk? 2. Gwyneth Paltrow. Among her most ridiculous demands, Paltrow requires that someone dry the shower at the gym before she uses it so she doesn't have to come in contact with the previous person's water. At the set of Iron Man 2, she reportedly avoided Scarlett Johansson so much that the two of them never spoke a word. Granted, it would seem that there's media frenzy about her and the mishaps she had with other people, but we're hoping that the truth will finally emerge, after enough attention, of course. Have you ever heard what she said about her alleged best friend, Beyoncé? You have to know this. Beyoncé's like, "Okay, the singeing is great, but you're not having any fun." She's like, "Remember when we were at Jay's concert and Punjabi MC comes on and you do your crazy Indian dance? Do that. Be you." And she's not immune to gossiping. We'd say, even actresses that you really admire, like Reese Witherspoon. You think, another romantic comedy? You see her in something like Walk the Line and think, "God, you're so great." And then you think, why is she doing these stupid romantic comedies? But of course, it's for money and status. Let's finish this with how much she doesn't care. "I don't hold on to fear as much as I used to, because I've learned a lot about genuinely not caring what strangers think about me. It's very liberating. It's very empowering, and I've learned a lot of that from J-Sean Carter-Z, because his approach to life is very internal. It's a very good lesson to learn." 3. Edward Norton. Though widely regarded as a very passionate and dedicated actor, Norton is known to be difficult to work with for the same reasons. He was once quoted for saying, "I'm incapable of engaging as an actor on something without engaging as a dramatist." And when you work with great people, they not only accept it, they welcome it. But when you work with insecure people, it's a problem. He takes his job very seriously. And we mean, very seriously. He's known for his more than professional approach to filming, but he also tends to overreact. He's a control freak, according to his colleagues, and nobody wants to work with him. This Hollywood statement about replacing him in The Incredible Hulk with another actor is self-explanatory. We have made the decision to not bring Ed Norton back to portray the title role of Bruce Banner in The Avengers. Our decision is definitely not one based on monetary factors, but instead rooted in the need for an actor who embodies the creativity and collaborative spirit of our other talented cast members. The Avengers demands players who thrive working as part of an ensemble, as evidenced by Robert, Chris H., Chrissy, Sam, Scarlett, and all of our talented casts. We are looking to announce a name actor who fulfills these requirements, and is passionate about the iconic role in the coming weeks. 4. Steven Seagal. The antics of this action star are so legendary that you would be hard-pressed to believe them if they didn't come directly from the mouths of other actors and crew members. Between outright fabrications about his own life and kicking random guys between the legs on set, what's not to love? Not to mention the brutality and sheer force in his series, Steven Seagal, Lawman, where he has driven a SWAT tank on one of the raids. During the filming, several animals were injured and killed accidentally. It's been rumored that this tough guy is the lamest of them all. They even say he's a compulsive liar. We're giving you some of his, famous quotes, so you can judge by yourselves. This is all too much for us. He's, after all, our childhood hero. I am hoping that I can be known as a great writer and actor someday, rather than a sex symbol, says Steven in a very modest way. There was a time when I thought I was doing a good thing with good guys for a good cause. Looking back, I think I really wanted to be a warrior. We hear you, alright. You can say that I lived in Asia for a long time, and in Japan I became close to several CIA agents. And you could say that I became an advisor to several CIA agents in the field and, through my friends in the CIA, met many powerful people and did special works and special favors. Okay, Steven, seriously. 5. James Cameron. Known for telling people who wanted to talk with him on set to take a number, Cameron has ruffled some feathers in the past but also directed some of the most successful movies ever. He has a reputation for pushing his cast and crew to their boundaries. He's commonly known as Iron Jim for his bossy attitude. Let's explain it in his own words. I mean, you have to be able you have to have made the commitment within yourself to do whatever it takes to get the job done and to try to inspire other people to do it. Because obviously the first rule is you can't do it by yourself. And a little critic. I watched a couple of really bad directors work, and I saw how they completely botched it up and missed the visual opportunities of the scene when we had put things in front of them as opportunities. Set pieces, props and so on. Other than being bossy, one could say he's modest. 2. Building upon the world we created with Avatar has been a rare and incredibly rewarding experience. In writing the new films, I've come to realize that Avatar's world, story and characters have become even richer than I anticipated, and it became apparent that 2 films would not be enough to capture everything I wanted to put on screen. He's also a time traveler. This is one of his most creative and, perhaps, delusional quotes. I'm a storyteller, that's what exploration really is all about. Going to places where others haven't been and returning to tell a story they haven't heard before.